Hey everybody, thanks for checking out this meditation right now. For all of those that are watching this on the replay, just give me a second or two to be able to wait for people to connect. Hi Amy, thanks for joining, and then we will get started. I'm going to put this on my Instagram. Going live, Facebook live meditation. Head on over. Okay. So, thank you for joining, and I don't know if you can hear the music that I have going in the background right now, but before I forget, this is actually music from indiemusicbox.com. Chris is the composer there. I have a playlist that I use. It's great. It's royalty-free music that I can have on the background of my videos and different recordings that I do, and it's royalty-free, so I can use it. Plus, I find it useful to have a go-to meditation playlist of music that I can meditate to on a regular basis, so that when I turn that music on, it automatically relaxes me, because it's like a muscle memory for me. When I play that music, it automatically relaxes me, and it starts to put out those vibes into my awareness and into my space. So indiemusicbox.com is a great place to download some music and do that. Hey, join in and out, and if you're able to sit and do the full meditation later on, join in. If not, that's what's beautiful about the lives, is if you can't catch it live, you can watch it when it's ready. And a lot of time I also download a lot of these meditations that I do. I try to save them and upload them to my YouTube channel, so you can check that out there too. Alrighty, and as well as a reminder that all of the unique meditation tips, tricks, and ideas are meant for spiritual and entertainment purposes only. If you have any mental or physical health concerns, I ask that you seek a mental or physical health professional. These are meant for the entertainment and enlightenment purposes only. So, hi Melissa, thanks for joining. I would love to work today in today's meditation. I would love to work with a little bit of an awareness of ourself. We're going to start with awareness of what's around us and bring our awareness in, and then we're going to work through our body to release the tension that we might be holding. I feel like quite often we hold a lot of tension in our body and we don't realize it until we sit down and allow ourselves to let it go. So we'll work through a little bit of that letting go of that tension, and then we'll welcome some color energy through to help to fill us up with some love and joy energy. So that is our goal with our meditation today. Excuse me. How's everybody doing with everything? Like, this is the first live I've done in a long time. I'm glad to be back. Things have been intense. Hi, Sandy. Before dinner, may have to do the replay. Absolutely. Absolutely, Sandy. Thank you for joining. That's what's great about the replays. Is everybody handling everything okay? There's just a lot going on. There's a lot going on in individual lives. There's a lot going on in the global life, the universal energy, and there's just in general. And I think that this is a great time for us to implement things like meditation, or to be aware, tools and modalities that help us be aware of our energy and where we're spending our energy, and also how the energy is within us, because it's so easy to get lost in the day and lost in everything that we forget to check back in with ourselves. So this meditation is in hopes to give you a tool to be able to check back in with yourself. And actually, I'm going to dedicate this meditation today to all the first responders in Ontario County where I live, because there was a lot of calls in Ontario County today, and probably even towards Wayne County, and they were man on a lot of different incidents. So hopefully a little bit of the calm and centered energy within this meditation will find all of you first responders and give you a little bit of peace at the end of the day. So yes, I would love for you to listen, participate in this meditation if you can. If you can't, Feel free to listen through the meditation, or come back and revisit it later. And I would love to hear in the comments below when we're done what you experienced, what you felt. Did you see the colors that I mentioned? Did you see another color? Just give yourself space to settle in and witness your experience. It doesn't have to be a certain way. It doesn't have to feel a certain way. The great thing about meditation is it's a space that you can come to, that you don't have to be anything. You can just sit and witness your mind, witness your body, and witness your energy. So I would love for you to share in the comments below how you experience this meditation. And if sometimes I'll use affirmations or I'll mention certain colors. If you don't jive with those and something else pops into your head, let it go. Just open up your imagination and allow yourself to witness and welcome in a little bit of that calming. Okay, so we're about 4 or 5 minutes in. So we'll get started with a meditation. In my space, also before we get started, I also encourage you to set up a little meditation space when you meditate. I love to maybe have a couple of stones. I feel like I can work them in my hands when I meditate, and it gives me something to physically focus on. I have a little essential oil that I put on my little essential oil ceramic tiles over here. Some people like candles, some people burn sage, some people sit outside. Be aware of where you meditate best and maybe set up your environment a little bit. Let me know in the comments what you do to set up your meditation space. Okay, now we'll get started. Start off by taking a nice, deep cleansing breath. Inhaling for as long as you can and exhaling for as long as you can. I'm just going to have you close your eyes. Just take inventory for a minute of the environment that you chose to meditate in today. And I want you to take a minute to be aware of the sounds that are around you. As you sit with your eyes closed, I want you to imagine, just listen, not imagine yet. Listen to the noises of the environment that you chose to meditate in today. And as you become aware of each sound, let it go. Trust that this sound will not pose a distraction, and that it's just part of the beautiful meditative music that is surrounding you. Maybe you're aware of the voices in the next room. Maybe you have a fan or an air conditioner going. Maybe there's sounds of traffic outside of your window, or soft music playing in the background. What about the aromas? What do you smell around you? Is it sweet, salty, herbal, or more earthy? Maybe somebody's cooking something. Maybe you have the window open and you smell the fresh air. Maybe you're lucky enough to smell rain coming. You know that smell that happens right before it rains? Oh, I love that smell. Or maybe some lavender. And then I want you to bring the awareness into the seat that supports you. The cushions underneath you or behind you that are connected to the chair, that are connected to the floor. Allow all of this awareness to give you permission to settle in. We come into this meditation with an open mind and an open heart, and we use this time to release any tension and to welcome a comfort and a softening and a calming energy. We dedicate this time to ourselves. These few moments are devoted to relaxing our mind, relaxing our body, and relaxing our soul. And I want you to take a few minutes just to be aware of inside of yourself. Be aware of your breath in your chest. If you find you're having a hard time focusing, or if you find you're carrying a lot of tension, allow yourself to take 2 more deep cleansing breaths, holding them in just for a second before you exhale. Maybe you exhale a little bit more forcefully, releasing that tension. Then you can allow your breath to settle into a nice, natural rhythm. Just let it flow. Inhaling and exhaling at a nice, comfortable rhythm. Almost as if you don't even have to be aware of it. Now we're going to move into becoming aware of different parts of our body. And as we become aware of each of these different areas in our body, I want you to let that awareness release any tension you're holding in that space. Maybe you do this by saying out loud, I release all tension in this area, in this spot. Maybe just focusing on that space releases the tension. Whatever works for you. And we're going to start off at our feet and our lower legs. Become aware of your feet and your lower legs. Become aware of any tension you might be holding in those spaces. And I want you to give your legs and your feet permission to relax, to release any tension. Physically, energetically. Then we're going to move upwards a little bit further. Become aware of your upper legs and your knees and any tension you're holding there. And give those spaces permission to relax. If you need to adjust yourself physically, trust that you can do so and you won't break the energy of this meditation. Allow yourself to let go of any tension you're holding in these areas, in your legs or your knees. Just let it wash away, giving you permission to relax even deeper. Now we can move our awareness up a little bit further to our hips and our lower back and all of the organs that happen in our lower body. And I want you to become aware of any tension that you're holding in those spaces, in your back or your hips, or any of the organs in your lower body. And I want you to give yourself permission to relax and to release that tension. Allow that tension or that stress to settle away. If you find any areas are filled with any extra tension or extra discomfort, take a bit of a deeper breath and imagine that you're breathing into that space. And as you breathe into that space, you release any stuck energy or tension. And we're going to move up further. Moving up to your stomach in the middle of your back, the middle of your spine, and your rib cage. Be aware of any tension that you're holding in this space. And then give yourself permission to release the tension that is there. Allow yourself to have these moments of release. Know that you don't need to hang on to this tension. Let it wash away. Trust what you see, what you know, and what you feel. Allow your imagination to talk to you during this meditation. And we're going to move up a little bit further. I'm going to have you focus on your chest and your lungs and your upper back. Be aware of any tension that you're holding in these areas, in your chest, your lungs, and your upper back. And then give yourself permission to release that tension and to relax these areas. Finding comfort and deepening your relaxation even deeper, even further. And allow that relaxation to spill over your shoulders and move down your arms, releasing any tension that you're carrying in your shoulders or your arms along the way. Breathing into any areas that are holding more tension, allowing your breath to give these spaces permission to relax, giving you permission to relax. And we're going to focus on your neck and your shoulders and that area where your neck meets your back. Maybe even your jaw and below your ears. And I want you to be aware of any tension you might be holding there in those spaces. And as you inhale and exhale, allow your breath and your awareness to give those spaces permission to relax. Give yourself permission to release any tension in those areas. Release any tension you're holding in your neck, whether it's physically, emotionally, energetically. Let it wash away and trust at this moment that you are giving yourself permission to relax even deeper. Now we're going to bring our awareness even further up. We're going to be aware of our face, our ears, our forehead, our cheeks, the back of our head, where our skull and our back of our head meets our neck. There's 2 points right here where we hold a lot of tension. Just need to take a moment to be aware of the tension we might be holding in those spots. And as you breathe, give yourself permission to relax those spaces. Releasing the tension, allowing yourself to settle in even deeper and to relax even deeper. Trust that you can release and relax. Trust what you see, trust what you know, and trust what you imagine. Now we're going to bring our awareness to the top of our head, and to the top of our forehead, and to our scalp, and all of the areas up here. Be aware of any tension that you're holding in those spaces. And as you breathe, allow this to give you permission to relax. Allow your breath to release any tension that you're holding at the top of your head. Give yourself permission to relax. Give yourself permission just to witness how relaxed you are now versus when you started. Settling into your space. And as you sit in this relaxed state, I would love to have you imagine yourself washed over with pink, peachy light. Imagine that there is a color of a pinky, peachy nature flowing down through you and around you. Imagine that this soft, warm, pink, peachy light fills you with a peace, love, and joy. See yourself filled with this light in your mind's eye. Feel the warmth of this color washing over you. Know or trust that you are surrounded by love and joy and peace. Allow yourself to witness how this color moves around you and through you. How this light or energy connects with you. How does this energy connect with your body? Where do you feel it? How does this energy connect with your mind? Allow this energy to connect with your soul. And as you sit with those thoughts, as you connect with this pink, peachy energy, I want you to use a couple of affirmations. Pair them with your breath. I am filled with love. Allow those words to flow through your mind. I am filled with love. Let these words pair with the energy of this pink, peachy light. I am filled with joy. I am filled with joy. Maybe you allow these words to float through your mind. Maybe you say them out loud. However you connect with them. As we move out of this meditation, I want you to take a nice, deep cleansing breath, inhaling for as long as you can and exhaling for as long as you can, comfortably. Take inventory of how relaxed you are and all of the comfort and peace that you welcomed into your energy, into your mind, and into your body today during this meditation. And if you find yourself needing to find some grounding, solid energy, become aware of how of the cushions that support you. Become aware of the room around you. Move your fingers and your toes a little bit, and you can bring your awareness back to the room in which we started in today. Bring your awareness back to the space that you chose to meditate in. And bring your awareness back to the moments Open your eyes, move around a little bit if you want to. If you're listening to this meditation and you fell asleep, maybe you just shut your phone off and you go continue to sleep. But if you have to move about your day, sometimes we've got to bring ourselves back to awareness. So I feel like a couple of thoughts that popped into my mind that I would like to share with you. First off, I invite you to take a few moments after you meditate to journal your experiences. I feel like when we can journal our experiences after we meditate, a lot of times it opens us up to a little more awareness. And if you're ever doing any of the meditations that I provide on here and you want to share something with me, feel free to share it in the comments below or send it in a message. I would love to hear what you experienced. I feel like finding ways to focus and center ourselves is one of the things that gets put on the back burner. And I feel like it's very important for us to bring that forward a little bit more in our day-to-day process, because it's so easy to get lost in the day-to-day process and get lost in the news and social media and all of that, and finding ways to refocus and recenter our energy, recenter our mind, really helps us build a little bit of that self-awareness. And I think when meditations like this are powerful because it helps us realize where we're holding our attention. And I think some of that self-awareness can be a very powerful tool. Are we holding it emotionally? Are we holding it physically? Are we holding it maybe energetically? I feel like there's lots of different ways we each experience this tension and this stress, and giving us permission to release that can be a powerful tool. Of course, I am not a I'm not a mental or physical health professional. Seek a mental or physical health professional for any needs, medical needs that you have. A couple of things that I felt during the meditation. There wasn't a whole lot that I felt, because I felt it was really purposeful, that it was more so space for you to be aware of your energy in yourself. But in the beginning, I had this picture of a very, very like blue sky vibes, like a very blue open sky. There was very few clouds in it. It was very bright blue, and it felt very open. It felt very clear. And that's what I felt like. It was like a impression of the vibes of this meditation, is the note of clarity and openness that this meditation had the chance to offer us. And I love when the little image comes in like that in the beginning, because I feel like it sets the tone. It's almost like my divine circle is like, hey, this is what we're doing. So I loved that. I loved that it was open for clarity and for openness, opening up our energy, opening up our minds, opening up to releasing what doesn't serve us. And then the only other impressions I had when we were talking about the smells and what we smell around us, I had the impression of garlic and onions. Like I felt like somebody was cooking garlic and onions. So if that was you, enjoy your dinner. I don't know what it was. It was, nobody's cooking garlic and onions here, but it was this awareness that, oh, that's one of the odors that somebody's experiencing. So, but it was very much had a home cooked meal kind of vibe to it. So, as well as lavender, I got the impression that lavender was a very calming and soothing aroma for a few people within this meditation. So I think that's very helpful. But that was really the only impressions that I got through the meditation. Like I said, I feel like it was a great meditation. This is a great one to visit and come back to. I guess that would be my challenge for you this week, is to come back to a meditation like this. Obviously, you don't need to listen to the full meditation, but sitting, laying down in bed, sitting in a chair, playing some relaxing music, and just being aware of the different areas of your body and being aware of your energy and giving yourself permission to release that tension and to release that where you're holding it, and to let that go. So that would be my call to action for you for this week, is to take time to do this a couple of times this week. And if you can't do it a couple times, or you can't do the full on, this was like a 20-minute meditation, or well, probably 30-minute meditation almost. If you don't have time to do the full 30 minutes, just allow yourself, set a timer for 5 minutes, and just be aware of your body physically, and yourself, your emotional self, and how the energy is in your body. Imagine if you could put a color with your energy, what would it be? If you put words to your energy, what would it be? If there was a texture to your energy, what would it be? Allow your imagination to unfold and to help you be aware of stuff. So I would love to hear in the comments below what you thought, how it felt. Like I said, I know that this was a little bit of a longer meditation, and not everybody has the time to do the whole thing, but if you do, let me know how it works. And I would love to invite you to connect with me through Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube on Unique Beauty and Meditation. I do have a bunch of virtual services that we can do. We can connect for a one-on-one meditation. When we do this, I sit down and I share my impressions of your energy, come into this space, opening up to a meditation for you and my impressions of your energy, and we discuss a little bit more in depth as to what I felt and what that could symbolize, what you felt and what that could symbolize for you. As well as in August, I think that I'm going to be opening up to offering Reiki services again. So as long as that all pans out well, would love to welcome you for that. And of course, I offer intuitive readings as well. So thank you very much for taking the time to check this out. If you have any questions or want to connect, feel free. And of course, have a uniquely beautiful evening.